Hello everyone, welcome back to No Man's Sky 2.4. Today we are going to start the Atlas. Before we do that though, I installed the pulse spitter, as you can see right there. And all of my upgrades have ricochet on them, so it's not as powerful as it could be, but it is powerful. See if we can attract a Sentinel. Gotta get the right gun on. I love that. Oh, here's a dog. The reason that I put the pulse spitter on, really, is because I'm having trouble fighting walkers, and the reason is because I'm not used to using a scatter blaster on them. I did have missions, possibly, maybe, 1 or 2 missions to kill Sentinels. The pulse spitter holds 151 bullets, but it uses them about as fast as 3 shots from a scatter blaster does. So, carry on. I was on my way to go find out what that building is, because I thought it might be easier to find Sentinels there. Oh, look at that. It is. You still want to use the scatter blaster on their legs, though, if you can get to them. I'll just stop. I'll wait for you. Are you done? Alright, let's shut that beam off. There we go. Now we will change over to the pulse spitter. Reload that. Here we go. I'm gonna find our aiming spot. And we're just gonna shoot and keep moving. He's gotta stop though. There we go. I'm hitting a lot more times than I would with the scatter blaster. Down he goes. Alright, let's go get the goods. You notice I left a Sentinel drone up. If you don't want to continue to attract more and more Sentinels, leave one of these guys going. And, because he can't do any damage to me. But if you kill him, the next wave is going to come in, and you'll have more drones, more doggos, more walkers. Let's go see if we can find the Atlas. Where's my shippo? It feels good to kill a walker on the ground again. That's why I got the pulse spitter. Because as powerful as scatter blaster is, there's a range involved, and you need to be really good at shooting it to get it. And I'm not. Scatter blaster is a shotgun, and if you're within the right range, you can take out a lot of stuff with 1 or 2 shots. But if you need to lay some seriously heavy fire down, then the pulse spitter is going to be your weapon of choice that doesn't involve endangering yourself. So the plasma launcher and the geocannon are both suicide guns. And so it's just, you know, it's just a matter of self-preservation for me not to use either one. Those Space drones. They can never find me. Alrighty. I don't know exactly where the next Atlas is, or the first Atlas in our case. It's out there, and if I turn on the mission, it'll send me God knows how many jumps back. So I thought that I would try this. I often tell people when you lose the Atlas to come up here. So I thought I'd give it a try. Let's see if ask for Atlas station coordinates. Thanks. I wonder if I got them. I won't know until I'm in space. Wrong door. Could have gone over the balcony too. I tried everything. I I went to several planets, could not find a Sentinel. I came here and tried to find a mission for a depot, didn't have one. I tried a bunch of different things and just could not get a Sentinel battle. And so I decided, all right, start over. Find the Sentinels first. Then shoot the video. There we go. And there is the first Atlas. All right. Here we go. We have 20 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. Where'd it go? Huh. We need to do the Atlas before we can do Artemis, because I want to have the ability to make all the technology without having to frustrate myself going back and forth constantly. And there it is. The Atlas mission begins. When you do the Atlas mission, just do it. Don't stop and go do 100 other things in between, because you're going to have to constantly go back to Polo and ask him for the next Atlas station. So just do them, boom, 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 and get them done. Every Atlas that you visit is going to have a few words available. And they are all Atlas words. There's the Atlas word for you. I don't think we need the melodramatic music there, buddy. And that one didn't have a word. So the first Atlas only has a couple of words. Each consecutive Atlas will have more and more of them. And you just got to run over these lights and until you get them all. Here's the Atlas word for sky. For the shortest period of time, we were able to do the melee jump in here. And God, that was fun. But not anymore. Alright, I think I got, oh, there's one more. Got all the lights. The first three Atlas stations, I was going to say systems, stations have these warp cells available. And here we go. Atlas number 1. Woe for coup, traveler. The Atlas called me to this interface, and yet its purpose remains unclear. It demands worship, demands obedience, welcomes me. It knows what I am. It offers the gift of true understanding. But why? Why does such power and knowledge crave submission? It knows my thoughts before I know them myself. It knows what I will do. The Atlas asks me to follow its path. If you notice right here, it says milestone Pathfinder or above. This is not something that you can do out of the gates. You need to have a few milestones done in order to do this. Alright, so we're going to go into our ship, not into our main suit, into our ship, and we're going to grab the first Atlas stone, the captured nanode, and we're going to make 2 of them. One of them is for this mission, and the other one is for the next mission. The reason that we do this in our starship is because when you go to a galactic trade terminal, the first inventory you get is this one. And most of the time, that's where you're going to be selling stuff from. So to avoid accidentally selling your Atlas stones, just make them right in your starship. But don't forget, later on, you're going to have to move that stuff into your suit or you won't be able to access it. You'll be too far from your ship. Right. I also suggest that you look at these star systems. If you want to add them to your teleport list, then go into the space station. If you don't want to add them to your teleport list, then don't go there. Because as soon as you do, you're going to have that on your teleport list. And if you're maxed out, it's going to start knocking stuff off the bottom of the list. Fragmented planet. I think fragmented is electric cubes. And there's a gamma planet. And also an activated fungal planet. All right. Oops, I missed one.
Warning. Threat detected.
Planet of Light with aggressive sentinels. We already have the light fissures, so we don't need that one. As long as you do nothing at all, it should automatically take you to the next Atlas station. You can see it's changing from my custom waypoint that goes to Ocean Beaches to the next Atlas station. So we'll just go right straight there. There's another interesting thing about systems that have atlases in them. The Atlas is always going to be in this system. If I give you the portal address for this system, you will come here and you will see the Atlas. Let's go ahead and land somewhere. Is there a closer planet? There's one. There we go. Don't do that. Just go straight at where I'm pointing you. This is a little side trip that doesn't have anything to do with it, but I want to show you something interesting. If you have built the booster, which you should, so that you can always find your location, you can pick Atlas systems by just dialing them on a portal. And the way that you know is we'll come over here, provided I brought my booster with me. Let's see here. If not, I'll just build one. There's a booster right there. Alrighty. That's not what we need. We just need this number right here. I believe, and we'll check on the next one to make sure it's still true. All Atlas systems end with 7A. Every booster code is, the Atlas system is 7A. And when you go into a Pathfinder, if you enter those two, that last number and letter in that sequence, when you're looking for glyphs, you will find the nearest Atlas. to those glyphs anyway. So Atlas number 2, we have time for that. The more atlases you go to, the more time they take. Each atlas takes more time than the last one, and that's because of those words. You want to get the words because monoliths and atlases are the only way to get the Atlas language. And unless you want to go to 10 million monoliths, you'll take advantage. You'll take advantage of this. I'm gonna grab this word that's behind me. The Atlas word for endless. Sometimes they're under the stairs. If they are, though, you'll grab them as you walk over them. The Atlas word for and reality. I always miss one. This thing is deceptively huge as well, so you'll run out of energy a lot unless you jetpack around. Boink. But just like all stations, you get your energy back almost immediately. Atlas word for we. I think that's all of them. Well, I don't know where the one is that I always miss. Right, here we go. Another Atlas interface. How many of these constructs exist in the deep void? How long have they been slumbering, waiting for a traveler? Have they been expecting me? Am I somehow chosen? The Atlas crafted this existence. The Gek, the Viking, the Korvax, the stars that fill the skies, and the hatred that burns within the deep. Every world that turns and every form that lives, the Atlas offers it all. Milestone Juno or above. I take the gift of knowledge and certain in my decision. All doubts are silenced. The stars await me. There is the englobed shade. We'll go into our starship. We need the captured nanos in order to make the englobed shade and pure ferrite. Make 2 of those. And go on. I usually suggest that you save your game right there after you make each stone, because it has in the past it has crashed. It's been pretty stable though. Last couple of updates.
Orbital station coordinates received.
Alrighty. It's up there. The current mission is probably the Artemis mission. But it will switch around. It'll jump around. If you're following the Artemis mission, it will jump around to go to the anomaly, go to your base computer, go to the Atlas. It jumps around like that as part of the Artemis mission. And when we get to that point, we'll just ignore it. Right. That is a skeletal planet. Let's go over there. I don't remember all of these anomaly planets and what they represent. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it's these weird things. These things are so weird. Not my favorites. I landed right next to one. Oops. Here's the booster right there. And we'll just look at it really quickly. You can see that the last two numbers on the booster are 7A. And that is proof that every single system that has an Atlas in it ends with 7A. We got a rattle spine. Wasn't expecting that. I do like the lavender colored skies though. That was the only reason I landed, was to show you that booster code again. So you could see that. I'm looking at the clock going, I don't know. Pushing the time here. So, one other piece of advice, don't save your game inside of an Atlas. If you're in the middle of the Atlas mission, you don't want to add the space station to your teleport list, but you need to leave your game, land on a planet, or call your freighter and land there. Alrighty. Which I will be doing here. We need to go to the freighter anyway, because I need some supplies for these Atlas stones. There's always one under there. Always one sneaky one. The Atlas word for hour. There's no place that I know of in your log that tells you how many Atlas words you have. If anyone else knows of a place where they're listed other than in your save file, it's obviously Xbox people and PS4 people can't just access their save file. The Atlas word for two. And no, to know. And there, one of the theirs. Lots of theirs. In English, anyway. There's 3 of them. Alright. Ship jumping. Didn't do a very good job there. And the last 2 free warp cells right here. I was born with everything I needed to explore these worlds. My exosuit, my ship, every tool and every impulse led me to scan and give name to whatever I could find. But this, I can give no name to what I see. Within the orb, I see worlds that never were. I see the stirring of something primal and undeniable. I see the death cry of a god or something approaching it. It wants me to persist in this journey, seeking fragments of its interface, the stones of the Atlas. It rejoices in my repetition, my compliance, my cloud of unknowing, milestone Rosetta or above. We will concede. I will commit myself to the voyage in all things. I am ready. I will not falter. And there is neospheric orb, which we can make. So we'll go ahead and jump in there, use the 2 englobed shades and the ionized cobalt to make 2 of those. Alrighty. And then we will call in the freighter and land and save our game. And when we come back tomorrow, we'll get a few more of these done, depending on how cool the star system is that we go to. I also need to get all the garbage out of my suit. It just piles up like this. It just happens every day. Every time I play, I just keep picking up more and more garbage. Alright, you guys, we got 3 Atlases done. We got a pulse spitter. We killed a walker really easily. I want to thank you all so much for coming along. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.